Heads up, this podcast contains some swearing.
Welcome to the Season 2 premiere of Lost in Williamsburg. Before listening to this episode, I'd recommend reviewing the Season 1 synopsis included with the podcast, just so you know what's going on, because I sure as hell don't.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the King's Crown. Do you have a reservation?
Yes, I'm meeting two other people here. I believe the reservation is under Zeph Metcalf.
Yes, your friends are already here. Right this way.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Happy birthday.
Oh, you remembered. Thanks.
Oh, happy birthday, sir. Here's your menu. Can I get you something to drink?
Yes, you can. Josh is turning 21 today, and he'll have a beer. Get your ID out, Josh.
Sure. Here you go.
Well, let's just take a look at that.
It'll check out.
Seems legit, but you don't look a day over 19.
Don't let that baby face fool you. He's one hard-drinking badass dude.
Right. That I don't believe. What would you like, sir?
Well, how about some Colonial brand of beer? That seems appropriate.
Sure. We've got our King's Crown Ale, Old Stitch, and Miss Purdy's home brew.
I'll have the Old Stitch.
Excellent. I'll be right back with your drink.
Great, thanks.
Josh, was that waiter flirting with you?
I didn't think so.
I think he was flirting with you.
Oh, God. Here we go.
What? He was cute, don't you think?
Oh, come on, Lauren. He was just being nice. It's his job.
That's not what my gaydar was saying.
Whatever.
Beep, beep.
So anyway, thanks for arranging lunch, guys.
You know, Josh, it wasn't easy getting Lauren to agree to come down to the historic area for lunch, even for you.
You better believe it. I don't risk getting horse poop all over these suede boots for just anyone.
Aw, I appreciate that, Lauren.
Well, Josh, it's been a horrible, awful week, but today's your birthday. We had to do something, even if it meant the King's Crown Tavern. Why do you like this place so much anyway?
What's wrong with it?
Come on, it's tourist hell. And the food. No one eats this stuff anymore.
But I love the colonial atmosphere. It's historic. Just think, George Washington could have farted in that very chair.
Ew.
I know it's all campy and everything, but I like coming down here. It's like a quick trip back to the 18th century.
Yeah, and you can never have too many of those.
Come on, Lauren. It's not so bad.
And cue the colonial ballad.
Ugh,
Here's your beer, sir. On the house.
told you so.
Happy birthday.
Wow, thanks.
Just take it easy, and don't go overboard with the celebrating tonight.
Okay.
So, are y'all ready to order?
I'm not sure. Is there anything you'd recommend?
Well, we have a few specials. Today, we're serving cold braised beef tongue stuffed with artisanal ox cheese.
Ooh.
That's glazed with a warm baked medlar sauce accompanied with an autumn medley of kale, Indian cucumber root, and baby cattail. We also have our famous gamey peanut soup with possum, squirrel, and sparrow.
What?
Served with whole grain thistle bread and a dandelion catbrier mesclun.
Wow.
So do any of these sound good?
I'm not sure. I need a bit more time to think about it.
Okay. Well, I'll be back in a couple minutes to take your order.
Thank you. Jeez, meat, and more meat.
Well, Lauren, I don't think there were too many vegans back in the day.
I know. That's why I don't come down here. So what are you guys gonna have?
I think I'm gonna have the Welsh rarebit. I always get that here.
Oh, rabbit? That's disgusting. How could you eat anything that cute?
It's not rabbit, it's rarebit.
Oh.
It's basically just cheese on bread, but it's really yummy.
What about you, Zeph?
I don't know.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just that the guy who walked in, for a second I could have sworn it was Aaron.
Oh. Well, you know, Aaron probably would have talked us out of coming here. It's not cool enough.
You're probably right. Hey, how about a toast for Aaron? Aaron, come home soon, buddy. It's not the same without you.
Here, here.
Here, here.
You have got to be kidding me. Are you out of your mind? There's no way in hell that... No. Please, I'm begging you, just leave me. I gotta go.
Hello, Valerie.
Oh, hi, Dale. Thanks for coming in on such short notice.
No problem. How you doing? You seem a little tense.
Well, honestly, Dale, I've had much better days than today.
Why? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm just really stressed out, with work and stuff.
Sorry to hear that.
Listen, Dale, about last night. If there was any way I could have made it to your house for dinner, I certainly would have. I just didn't expect
It's fine, Valerie. It was a last-minute invitation. We'll get together some other time.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd really love to see your mother one last time.
One last time? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry that didn't come out right. It's just that it's been a long time since I've seen her.
Well, Mom's getting up there, but she's a tough old bird. I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances to catch up with her.
I'm sure I will. Dale, I wanted to ask you, before her surgery, your mother had been coming to the library for years to work on her research, but she's really never told me much about this historical novel she's supposedly working on.
Historical novel? Is that what she called it?
Yeah. Is she ever going to finish it? Does she have a publisher in mind?
A publisher? No, I don't think she's ever going to finish that thing.
Really? Well, you should encourage her. I think it would be a bestseller.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? We could finally shut down that B&B and live like normal people.
So, Dale, I have that book I told you about this morning. It's a diary. It's very old, and only a handful of people know about it.
Really?
Yes. And actually, it's not even supposed to be available to the general public. I debated with myself a long time last night whether I should even show it to you.
Well, I don't want you to get in trouble.
Oh, don't worry about that. I know this is going to be very important to your mother. Do you have time to look at it now?
Well, I've got a little time before I have to get back. If it's really as interesting as you say, I'll come back tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find it fascinating. Here you go.
Wow, this seems really fragile.
Yes, it is, so please be careful with it. Oh, this phone won't stop ringing. Will you excuse me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Hello. This is the Historic Williamsburg Corporation Library. How can I help you?
Thanks, Val.
Uh-huh.
We'll talk later.
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes, I can certainly do that. When do you need it?
So, what is this mysterious diary? Let's see. Diary of Hexabeth Blackheart, Volume 5, October 16th, 1760. Huh, today's the 16th. The King's Crown was especially busy today with all the preparations going on in town.
I was struggling to keep things under control in the kitchen, and then around 6 o'clock, some students came in for dinner, an obnoxious little group, including Richard Holcomb, John Page, and a little later, Thomas Jefferson.
How are you gentlemen doing? Can I get you anything else? Thomas, another ale perhaps?
Another one? I don't know if that's such a good idea. Thomas doesn't often leave his studies to join us for a drink, but when he does, he tends to get soaked.
What? 'Tis true. A bumper of barley broth does certainly loosen Thomas's tongue.
Is that right?
He's already being completely insufferable tonight with all his arguments about self-rule and the rights of men.
Not as insufferable as you with your defense of the king.
Well, I'm not embarrassed to say that I love my king. Here's to George II. Long may he reign.
Richard, I predict that one day you will regret saying that.
Hear, hear.
Ugh, you and your clever predictions. Perhaps you could predict when our food will arrive? Sometime this month, perhaps?
Richard, where are your manners?
I'm sorry, sir. It's been a very busy night.
Please excuse Richard's rudeness, Cecelia. Yes, I'll have another drink, and you can put it on Richard's tab.
Excellent suggestion.
Yes, why not? In fact, one more round for the whole table.
Thank you, Richard. You are now completely excused of all wrongdoing.
All right, then. I'll be back shortly, and I'll check on your food.
Thank you, Miss Blackheart. My apologies for my impatience.
That's quite all right, sir.
So, Thomas, you're on a first-name basis with young Miss Blackheart?
Yes, we are acquaintances.
Interesting.
Say, Thomas, I hear you'll be attending the ball at the governor's palace tomorrow. Is that true? And how did you arrange that?
Well, I'm going to be a guest of Professor Jobriath as a reward for all my studying and hard work these past few months.
As will I.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Marvelous. I'm so envious of you two. I so enjoy dancing with the ladies, and I'm sure the ballroom will be quite a sight. But making polite conversation with all the old Wumpelpuffers? That I don't envy.
Funny. I was especially looking forward to that.
You're such an apple polisher, Thomas.
That's not always a bad thing, Richard. Not everyone is born to the manner as you were.
As I'm often reminded.
By the way, Thomas, how are your dancing skills these days?
Fairly good, I expect. I've been practicing.
Well, good for you.
Yes, I've actually taken a few lessons from Cecelia. late in the evening after the tavern has closed up.
Tavern owner's daughter, eh?
What is it?
Well, Thomas, you must grant that she is not the most desirable woman in Williamsburg.
Well, I won't argue with that. Her birthmark is unfortunate. But she does dance well. She's very skilled in that regard.
Well, I've heard that she is skilled in a few other tasks as well.
And I've heard that you are not the only client partaking of those aforementioned skills.
Come on now, that's not kind.
Well, perhaps you could hire her to accompany you to the ball. What do you say, Thomas?
I think not. I dare say the governor would not be pleased to have a simple barmaid dining in the governor's palace.
Perhaps he'd be pleased to have her in the kitchen.
I'm sure he would be pleased to have her in the stable.
Yes, she could teach him the Virginia stable dance.
My, Thomas, you've become quite naughty now that you've tossed back a few drinks.
Naughty indeed. I heartily approve.
Order up. Crab cakes for table 8.
Why don't you just bring the roast in closer?
Yes, sir.
If I'm going to work on it, I need it here.
Let me help.
What? No, stop.
I was just
Take
gonna...
that fork out. Don't pierce it, you fool. Don't pierce it.
Hey, Artie,
What?
you need me to chop
The
these?
onions? No. They have no role here whatsoever.
Well, what about the...
Mushrooms? Oh, for Christ's sake. Think about
Watch your
that.
language, Artemis.
Uh-oh.
Watch out, Artie. You've made Miss Blackard mad.
God forbid we should upset the queen.
Hey, Dobbin, hand me that bottle.
What do you think you're going to
Take
do
a
with
guess.
that wine? You're not going to drink it.
Why not?
No. That's for the guests. You know what you're supposed to drink, you piece of filth.
Ouch.
Shut up, Dobbin. Stick to your chopping.
Well, look who's giving orders now.
Hey, you've got a good rhythm going there. Hey, Artie, how did that song go?
What song?
You know, the one about the queen.
Yeah, Artie, sing it.
The queen, huh?
Come on.
With the beat.
All right. The queen is calling to the kitchen. She demands a feast that's rich in salty sausage, stuffing, pork, and beans.
Oh, for God's sake.
What?
Top it up with cream and butter. Ye old smorgasbord is what her majesty requires to fill her needs.
Will you all please just stop singing?
Oh, come on, Mrs. Blackard.
We have work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But Artemis has such a lovely singing voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he can sing on his own time.
Sorry, ma'am. No singing,
Sophia, where are the eggs? I need them for this Sally Lunn bread.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We've just run out. I will have to run over to Mr. Maxby's shop to get more.
Well, get going then.
Can't it wait just a few minutes? I need to finish this.
All right. Just hurry up.
Thank you, ma'am. So kind of you.
What did you say, Sophia? Mother, where is Thomas's dinner? He and his friends are not happy.
I don't know, Cecelia. Ask Sophia.
Sophia, please tell me the food's ready.
Not quite, Cecelia, but I'm working on it.
Things are starting to get ugly out there.
Don't look at me. Sophie's been running behind all night.
If everyone would just give me 1 minute.
Sorry, I didn't mean to snap.
What's wrong, Cece?
That obnoxious Mr. Holcomb has got me so worked up.
It's all right. So did you mention anything to Mr. Jefferson about...
No, I haven't said anything yet.
Hey! We don't have time for chit-chat, girls. Sophia, measure out 2 cups of sugar for me.
Yes, ma'am.
And Cecelia, take this platter out to table 5. Hurry!
Yes, Mother, as you command.
Sophia, I need that sugar.
I know. I'm working on it. Oh, no.
What is it?
I just checked the cupboard and...
Yes?
I hate to tell you this, but the sugar's spoiled.
What? What do you mean spoiled?
The rats have been in it, ma'am.
Ugh, disgusting.
Rats? In my kitchen? That's impossible.
Apparently it is possible. They've left some souvenirs behind as proof.
Ew.
We'll have to throw it all out.
Damn it, Sophia. I told you to keep this cupboard shut.
I did.
Then how did they get in?
Well, look down there, ma'am. They've eaten a hole in the back of the cupboard.
What? Where?
Right here. See, it goes right through the wall to the dining room. You can hear the customers talking.
Oh, for God's sake.
The rats must have come up through the floorboards.
Move over. Let me see.
Tavern owner's daughter, eh?
What are they saying?
What is it?
Well, Thomas, you must grant that she is not the most desirable woman in Williamsburg.
What is it, ma'am?
I won't argue with that. Her birthmark is unfortunate.
Excuse
But
me?
she does dance
Why is she
well.
climbing
She's
around
very
in that
skilled
cupboard?
regard.
Quiet.
Well, I've heard that she is skilled in a few other tasks as well.
Oh,
And I've
my
heard
God.
you are not the only client partaking of those aforementioned skills.
How
Come on
dare
now, that's
they?
not kind.
What is it?
Perhaps you could hire her to accompany you to the ball.
What's she
What
muttering
do you say,
about?
Thomas?
Get back to your
I
roast.
think not. I dare say the governor would not be pleased to have a simple barmaid dining in the governor's palace.
Why, you
Perhaps you'd be
little
pleased to have
pig.
What
her in
are
the
they
kitchen.
saying?
I'm sure he would be pleased to have her in the stable.
Yes.
Are you all
she
right,
could teach
ma'am?
him the Virginia stable dance.
You rotten little bastard.
Ma'am.
What's going on over there?
Talking about my daughter that way?
Oh my God.
In my own
She's
tavern?
finally lost her mind. I knew this would
Everyone
happen.
out of the kitchen, right now.
What?
What? I'm right in the middle of this roast.
You heard me. Get out right now.
But we don't have time to spare.
We don't.
The tavern's packed with customers.
This roast is going to be ruined.
The soup will scorch.
I said get out. Now. Everyone.
Whoa.
All right. Come on, everyone. Let's go.
Whatever the boss
I
wants.
can't just leave this roast here. It cost a king's ransom.
It's not your problem, Artie.
Let's go.
Come on.
Fine, but don't blame me.
Here we go.
Don't blame me.
Don't blame
when those
me.
drunken fools raise a stink about their
Artemis,
roast.
enough already. Let's go. You can sing me a song outside.
How about the one about the lonely sailor?
Oh, yeah, that's a
This
classic.
is ridiculous. I've never worked in such a poorly run establishment.
Ugh. To hell with you, Williamsburg. You've never accepted me and my daughter. Even after all these years, I fed you, filled your stomachs with drink, I give you a place to stay when your wives kick you to the street, and still I get no respect. Why do I put up with it? Ah! And Jefferson, how could you talk about Cecelia like that after all the kindness she's shown you? This is inexcusable. I'm not going to let this pass without some manner of redress.
Hexabeth.
But I promised.
Hexabeth, promise me.
I promised Gideon I would change my ways.
You must turn away from darkness. It will only cause you more pain.
But Gideon, you heard what they said about Cecelia, our daughter,
Look what it's done to us.
our own flesh and blood.
Please, Hexabeth. You have to promise me.
You wouldn't let them get away with that, would you?
I have to know that you stop, Hexabeth.
There must be something I can do. Something small. Something that wouldn't cause too much trouble. What have I got in the cabinets? Let's see. Oil of spikenard, fennel seeds, good. Quail beak, jewel weed. That will help, but I need something else. Something potent. Oh, yes, the crowning ingredient. Rat turds. And it just so happens that I've got plenty of those on hand. Sugar-coated to boot. Thomas Jefferson, once you get a taste of this elixir, it will be you that is the laughingstock.
Oh my God! This diary is insane. What godforsaken wellhole did Valerie fish this out of? I can't wait to hear what she has to say about it. Wait, where'd she go? She's not at her desk. Damn it! I guess I'll have to wait till she gets back to get to the bottom of this.
Well, guys, this has been a nice lunch. Thanks for thinking of me today.
Hey, we're always thinking about you, buddy. That's one of the benefits of being in Cats with Benefits.
That's right, Zeph. CWB forever.
Thanks.
Anytime, bro.
Well, I should really get back to the dorm. I've got so many things I need to take care of.
Me too. I haven't gotten squat done since Aaron disappeared.
Wait, guys, before you go, I think there's something important we need to talk about.
Really, what is it?
We've got to figure out what we're doing about the Halloween show at the Equator.
I knew you were going to say that. I've been avoiding thinking about it.
Lauren, I just assumed we were going to cancel the show.
Yeah, well, we could cancel, or maybe we could get someone to replace Aaron?
Replace Aaron?
Just for this one show. I think it might be good for us to go ahead with it. I can't just sit around feeling sad. It makes me anxious.
But could we even find someone in time? Halloween's just around the corner.
Well, maybe Trevor or Bethany could do it?
Lauren, we don't have enough time to get ready. We'd have to put in a shitload of practice to get someone new up to speed.
Yeah, so?
Yeah, so I'm not really up for it now. I've got a big paper coming up. It's gonna take up all my free time.
All right. I'm sure Caleb will understand if we have to cancel.
Well, listen, we don't need to decide right this minute, so I'll let Caleb know what's going on. We're actually getting together later tonight.
Really? A birthday get-together? That's interesting.
Anything you might want to share?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm glad you have plans. You hadn't mentioned anything, so I wasn't sure if we would need to hang out with you tonight.
Lauren.
Not that it wouldn't be fun.
Don't worry, guys. You're off the hook.
You have been listening to the Season 2 premiere of the audio drama Lost in Williamsburg, Tonight's episode was entitled Main Course. This evening's cast included Patrick Teague as the waiter, Jacob Wilson as Josh Ryder, Kat Turk as Lauren Tasky, Daniel Turner as Zeph Metcalf, Linda Hertzler as Valerie Dunhill, Will Hausman as Dale Souter, Cassandra Glaspie as Cecelia, John Shuey as Richard Holcomb, Jacob Stoliker as John Page, Mark Hutchins as Thomas Jefferson, Joseph R. Joyner III as Dobbin, Thomas Haycox as Artemis, Paul Spivey as Finney, Benola Mataji as Sophia, Pete Lutz as Gideon, and Colleen Kennedy as Hexabeth Blackard. Tune in again next week as the story continues.
Welcome, one and all, to the glorious Palace Ballroom.
What a festive atmosphere, Professor.
That's a very elaborate outfit you have on.
Lost in Williamsburg is administered by, sliced up and pasted by, hummed, doodled, and wordified by Philip Merritt, with a few ad-libs from Thomas Haycox. Many of the sound effects were provided by the fine folks over at freesound.org. This is your host, Caroline Corney, saying thank you for listening. I'm so happy to be back here in the studio, chatting with all you wonderful listeners at home. It feels like I'm really connecting with you again, reaching out over the airwaves, into your ears, and down your throats to your warm, throbbing hearts. See you next time.